Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the season premiere of 49ers Monday Night Live tonight, the Aftermath. I'm Brian Professor B. Davis here at the Satellite Digital Media Studios here in San Francisco as we are on the air. We are on the air. Welcome to this the season premiere of 49ers Live tonight as we are here at the Satellite Digital Media Studios here in San Francisco, and uh, this is the season premiere of 49ers Monday Night Live, the Aftermath, with yours truly on Niners Radio 49 and on Satellite Digital Media, our new platform on our Niners Radio 49 sister network, sister station, or actually our flagship. We are simulcasting the audio version on patreon.com/SDM News Network. So a lot of you guys checking in tonight. 49ers joining their victory. Come from behind victory over the Seattle Seahawks, winning by a score of 17 to 13. As we welcome all of you to another season of Niners Radio 49, as we now begin. Yours truly is now as the fourth season as your host and mediator for Niners Radio 49. This is beginning my this is season number 9 for me overall. This is my fourth year as the mediator, assuming the role of the mediator, information director for Niners Radio 49, and this is the 13th season of Niners Radio 49. I came on board in 2017, and then I assumed the role. I was a reporter, lead reporter, out at Levi's Stadium. Then, when Brian Bauer, who was the original content coordinator who started this, felt he didn't want to do it no more, had talked and told him that I would like to take over and assume that role. So we've come a long way within the last 13 years. We have upgrading, and we are just continuing to make it better and better. And for those of you watching on Satellite Digital Media Live, we are continue to have expanded coverage. So we want to continue to expand to innovate and educate on our platforms and our expanded from our sister network, sister station, Niners Radio 49, and our flagship to have this thing all around. So glad you guys are joining. Glad you guys are joining in right now. We're gonna recap of last night's or yesterday's victory. We're gonna be on for a little bit of a short period of time. We'll recap the game, and then we'll welcome you. We'll take a recap of the games yesterday, Niners and Seahawks, and then we'll have Kyle Shanahan's have his presser though too. We'll have his presser. Uh, After recap, we'll have his presser the, from earlier today, and the audio feed is courtesy from NBC Sports Bay Area. We'll recap of all the injury reports, the stats for George Kittle, not looking good going forward. Niners made some news early in the day. They re-signed offensive lineman Colton McKivitz to a 3-year deal, and then, excuse me, Niners also have signed wide receiver Kendrick Bourne as he'll return for a second tour of duty with the 49ers. So let's take a quick timeout. We'll take a quick timeout, and then when we come back, we'll recap the Week 1 game, Niners and Seahawks from yesterday. And you're listening to 49ers Live, Monday Night Live tonight on Niners Radio 49 and our flagship on the audio cast on that will be airing on excuse me airing on Patriot Satellite Digital Media. Welcome back to 49ers. Excuse me, Niners Radio 49. Brian Professor B. Davis on Niners Radio 49. As we recap the 49ers with their win yesterday, come from behind victory. Niners go on to win by a score of 17 to 13. They beat the Seahawks. The Niners have now won 5 of their last 7 up in the Pacific Northwest. Prior to that, the Niners had lost 10 of their previous 11, actually 11 of their previous 12, if you include the NFC Championship back in a little over 11 years ago in January of 2014, during the Pete Carroll era with Russell Wilson, Richard Sherman, and that the Legion of Boom defense. So the Niners end up, but the Niners now have won, I think now have won 7 of their last 8 overall, including the playoff game nearly 3 years ago against Seattle, and they have. 7 of 8, and then they have won 7 of 8 overall, and including 5 of the last 7, 5-2 up in Seattle. So we'll just take a look at the final stats of the game from Monday. As we looking at and so we'll just continue on Niners Radio 49, and for our network on satellite digital media, we'll have our post take a look of also of just taking a look of so the Giants end up winning. Well, no. So we'll also be after our post game on. For those of you watching on satellite digital media, we'll have our we'll have our regular or we'll continue on Niners Radio 49. We're gonna just give you the stats of the game from yesterday. Niners over the Seahawks by a score of 17-13. Just to recap from that game, we just gonna over at Lumen Field. So the final, the overview of the game, or the team stats. The Niners outgained the Seahawks just about everything. 384. The Seahawks 230. Niners 265 passing yards to the Seahawks. They end up having only 146 passing yards, and then the Niners 119 yards rushing to the Seahawks 84. Niners have averaged 5.3 yards to the Seahawks 4.6. 24 first downs to the Niners to the Seahawks 14. Niners were 7 of 14 on third downs. Efficiency, the Seattle was only 3 of 10. The Niners were 2 for 2 on fourth downs. Seattle did not convert, not one, or didn't even try, went for it. Total plays, Niners 72 plays to Seattle 50. The Niners 37, and the Niners Seahawks lost 2 fumbles. Niners lose none. The 37 minutes 58 seconds for the Niners to Seattle 22:02. Look at Brock Purdy's stats and just look at the stats. Purdy was 26 out of 35, threw for 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. McCaffrey, 22 carries for 69 yards, averaging 3.1 yards per carry. Brian Robinson, 9 carries for 33 yards, who came in that trade for the Commanders. Purdy rushed 5 times for 17 yards. So he ended up having 294 all-purpose yards. Ricky Pearsall had a big day, 4 catches for 108 yards, averaging 27 yards per catch. Ed McCaffrey, 9 catches for 73 yards, averaging 8.1 yards. And then George Kittle, 2 catches for 25 yards before leaving with that hamstring injury. We're going to give you the full update on the injury report from Kyle Shanahan earlier in the day. In his presser he had late this afternoon, uh, in the afternoon. So we'll get to that. And then Nick Bosa sacking former Niner quarterback Sam Darnold and a strip loose fumble that sealed the game for San Francisco. So, but unfortunately, the news are not great for George Kittle. He ended up having a hamstring injury. Uh, he's going to miss out. He's definitely going to be out. He did not return to the game, and he's going to be out next Sunday and the next against Arizona, at least the next 2 games. And then Juwan James was his calf issue. We're going to let Kyle Shanahan at this time. We're going to bring it in with Niners head coach Kyle Shanahan. Talk about the injuries and from yesterday's game. Recap. Earlier today, he spoke with the media. So we're going to take you to that right now. The Kyle Shanahan's his conference call earlier today. The audio feed is in courtesy from our good friends from NBC Sports Bay Area, and glad you guys joined. And we're going to give you that right now.
communication you have with Jake about bringing in guys to try out at kicker and maybe bringing someone on the practice squad?
No, I haven't had it with him yet. I'm not sure which direction we're going to go. But whenever we decide on something, then we'll address it with him.
Kyle, Christian was on the field for 58 snaps at his 70 offense, but is that about kind of where you'd like him to be rep-wise?
Don't really look at. I don't put a number on it. Never have. Surprised if I ever do. Kind of how it plays out. I mean, seeing that's around it, give or take a few either way. But he's a hard guy to get off the field. We did it throughout the game, but sometimes we'll do it more, sometimes we'll do it less.
Are you going to have to put Jordan Kittle on injured reserve and call up Braden Willis, or what's the plan there?
I mean, when they tell me a few weeks, it's always a possibility. In order to do that, it's going to be a 4-week injury, so I don't think we've decided on that yet.
Kyle, looking at the so many young rookies on the defense, how did you think their performances were? I know Upstat had a challenging day, but other than that, how did you feel they went?
I thought they did good. I mean, definitely think they can improve, but I think they're all about on the same level. I mean, you throw Upton against all the other guys. I mean, Upton was at the point of contact a lot more, just being a nickel and how much they target their slot receiver. So I think you can see that a lot. But and I thought he did a good job. There's a couple that he missed, but I thought Upton played well, and I was pretty happy with all the other rookies too. Definitely a lot of stuff we can coach him on and get better from. But I thought it was a good first game for him.
What did you see from Michael Williams in particular? He didn't seem to register a lot of stats, but it seemed like he was a big part of the run defense.
Yeah, I thought he was. I think we mixed in a bunch of 5-man lines and 4-man lines, which I thought he did a good job on, moved around a number of times, and I thought he played his man well. I didn't see him on the stat sheet a ton, but I thought he did a good in his job and what we asked him to do, and I'm hoping he'll continue to get better.
How did the Martino performance perform?
I was real happy with him. Flew around, made a lot of plays. Had that one missed tackle, but I thought his one missed tackle was good. He didn't break down at all, shot his guns, made the back a complete stop, and had that
full-time starters. That, with all the kind of moving pieces you've dealt with the last couple of years, to have a guy dependable like that.
Yeah, Colton's been one of, I think, the most reliable guys on our team, really since he got in when Quincy left. I mean, Colton, to me, is such a good story. I mean, he was a fifth-round pick. We cut him once, put him on practice squad. He ended up coming back and playing for us. I still remember the Week 17 game versus the Rams when it wasn't until before the game that we realized Trent couldn't go, and Colton went in there and played unbelievable, gave us a chance to go to the playoffs. And the next year that he really took over that starting position at right tackle, and he's been our guy there ever since. So just the consistency he's played with, the fact that I believe he gets better each year also, and really that I think Colton's one of the true leaders on our team and truly a 49er, and really pumped that we found a way to keep him there.
Kyle, if Mac Jones does have to start this week, just kind of what's his state of readiness based on what you saw in camp leading into
I think Mac had a really good camp, going back all the way to OTAs and training camp. He's gotten really used to what we do. Had a little setback there the last couple weeks of camp with the injuries that he got. But he had a good week of practice last week, picking up really right where he left off. He has to go this week. He'll lead the guys. The guys will believe in him, and I know he'll do his job at a high level.
What about the number 3 quarterback position, Adrian Martinez? I don't think that he's intended an NFL path. Would you need to bring somebody in more experienced if Brock can't go?
It's a possibility. I mean, I think it has to do with really how Brock is probably over these next 24 hours throughout the week. But that's stuff we'll look into. We've been happy to get Adrian here. Heard good things about him from the Jets, and really enjoyed him last week and our first week of practice together. Just watching him a little bit and getting to know him some, but all that stuff will be fluid probably throughout the week in the next 24 hours.
Kyle, George going out, are you comfortable with Braden Willis being bumped up?
Oh yeah, Braden was bumped up a ton last year. Was on a roster a ton last year. So Braden's played in a lot of games for us, and we wouldn't hesitate to bring Braden out there.
There's a few more guys. Kyle, is Juwan have a chance to play for him?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. Sure. Any other guys? All right, appreciate it.
Good.
See you Wednesday.
All right,
Thank
good.
you.
See you guys Wednesday.
All right, that's Kyle Shanahan speaking with the media earlier today as a conference call down at 49ers headquarters. The audio feed has been provided by thanks from our good friends over at the Peacock over at NBC Sports Bay Area, your exclusive home of 49ers football. So we are going to continue on Niners Radio 49 on this Monday night. Niners were come from behind victory last yesterday with a 17-13 win over the Seattle Seahawks. Of course, some of the news is the 49ers are going to be looking for a new kicker. May bring in a kicker. Jake Moody, it's kind of been a roller coaster ride during the preseason, and they have not shown he regained his confidence. Missing a 27-yard field goal, no excuse, and he had a field goal blocked though. So Kyle Shanahan stated in his presser with the media that they're going to weigh other options, or going to try to bring in another kicker, and weighing options of how they're going to go with that, and then with the injury situation with injuries to George Kittle, he's going to miss at least the next 2 weeks, 2 games at least, and they'll go year by day, year by year after that. If we're at the very worst, could go on IR, which you'll have to sit out for at least the next 4 games, and then the Niners end up picking up Kendrick Bourne. He's going to come back to the 49ers to help with the depleted depth on the wide receiver spot. So that's where it was, the story on Niners Radio 49. Let's take a look of some of the some other stuff and their home opener, or their opener, and it's the five takeaways in this game. 49ers opened the season with the win over Seattle. It was a 95-yard scoring drive in the fourth quarter. Brock Purdy to Jake Tongues, who's going to be a key X factor for the Niners while Kill's going to be out for the next few weeks. And they battled through to get that win. Marcus Siegel made his first NFL start while Nick Bosa sealed the game with the late sack fumble recovery. And the five takeaways of the Niners Seahawks game, it was that 95-yard drive. Purdy led on a 14-play, 95-yard drive, and capped with a 5-yard touchdown to George Kittle. And the defense stayed resilient. Seattle's lone touchdown drive came midway through the second quarter, but the 49ers defense made them earn it. Fred Warner, D. Winters combined for a key stop with the Seahawks. Zach Charbonnet behind the line of scrimmage, while Bosa and Kalia Davis added tackles for a loss. The Niners defense held them, limiting explosive plays, forcing them into multiple punts. CMC looked sharp in the opener, both on the ground and through the air. The All-Pro back 22 times for 69 yards, 73 receiving yards to spark the passing game. Rookie Brian Robinson added 33 yards on the ground, helping the 49ers reach 384 total net yards. Making his first career start, rookie safety came up big in the fourth quarter with Seattle approaching the San Francisco's territory. Siegel jumped on a fumble forced by Sam Owakenawu, giving the ball back to the Niners. Purdy capitalized, hitting Pearsall for 24 yards, and then finding McCaffrey on a fourth down to set up Jake Moody's game-time field goal. Siegel finished the day with 6 key tackles and a takeaway in his NFL debut. And then that is some of the key takeaways from the game. As we're going to, as now we're going to go behind the scenes of the Niners win. We're going to so we're going to take a look now. Some of the behind the scenes from yesterday's win on this Victory Monday, and check us so the schedule for the 49ers, we'll take a look at the taking a look. Well, we're going to just take a look of now we're going to take you behind the scenes in the Niners locker room after that win yesterday. So we'll give it some time to load it up. And give you some sights and sounds from yesterday's win. Niners locker room. Again, a videos courtesy, audio footage courtesy by 49ers.com and by NBC Sports Bay Area. So we are going to go in behind the scenes as the Niners were winners yesterday by a score of 17-14. So we're going to set this up and Niners were
Hey, we'll learn off the win every time.
Way to finish. Hell yeah, good. Way to finish. Wow.
Hey, got a hell of a win, man. All three phases. I'm not going to get into all of it, but there was so much you had to overcome. An even game, but we were the better team, man. Hey, and love this team. Love how you guys battled. It's just the start, man. This is who we are. We're getting better or worse next week.
You never know when your moment's going to be there.
Audiobook.
You got to stay in it, man. Hey, Niners up 3, 1, 2, 3. Niners!
That was some behind the scenes from yesterday after the game.
Welcome to the Como Sports End Zone podcast with Como Sports Director Nico Torian and Nachi Moye.
There we go. Correction. Apologize for that. So that was behind the scenes of the Niners with their come from behind victory by a score of 17-13 yesterday over the Seattle Seahawks. So what's coming up next for the 49ers? The Niners will have their off day tomorrow. It'll be the players' day off tomorrow. That would be their off day tomorrow. The players' day off tomorrow, and then the Niners will be back at work on Wednesday. They're prepared to take on the New Orleans Saints. That will be a early game next Sunday. 1 week from next Sunday, that will be a early game. 10 a.m. is the kickoff time, and that will be a Fox game. And then there'll be and they will preview that game. We'll have another edition of 49ers Tonight. We'll replay the press conferences and everything. That will be for Wednesday. And the Niners will take on the Saints week 2. And they'll be at the Mercedes Superdome in New Orleans. And then coming up 2 weeks from now on the 21st, the Niners will have their home opener against the Arizona Cardinals at Levi Stadium. You go to Ticketmaster.com or 49ers.com/tickets to purchase your tickets for individual games. Well, that's going to do it for tonight. That's going to be a wrap up for the season premiere of 49ers Live Monday. The aftermath. We'll be doing these after every 49ers game on Mondays throughout the entire year. Of course, when the 49ers are not when they play on Thursday nights, if they play on a Monday night, we will have a special Monday edition, to a special Tuesday edition, and I believe, and a Friday edition as well, after the day after the 49ers games. So we'll be doing a lot of these from here on to throughout the entire, for the next 18 weeks. So we will get ready to sign off here. Those of you watching, also listening on the audio on patreon.com/SDM News Network. Thank you for joining in as well, as we are going to get ready to wrap it up for tonight. I'd like to thank you for all of you, and check out all of our content on our 49ers page at youtube.com/@NinersRadio49. That's youtube.com/@NinersRadio49. That's going to do it for now for this. I'd like to thank all of you for watching or listening. And the Niners were winners, 17-13. We'll have latest news on Niners Radio 49 throughout the week. And for all the latest developing news and so much more, go to 49ers.com. Professor B signing off and wishing you a very pleasant good evening on Niners Radio 49.